In the world of sports, few things ignite as much debate as controversial officiating. And the recent WNBA matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Minnesota Lynx was no exception. During this intense game, Caitlyn Clark and her team faced a challenging 90-80 loss, marking the Fever's first stumble during the Olympic break. Despite Clark's strong performance, which saw her scoring 23 points, dishing out 8 assists, and grabbing 5 rebounds, many fans believe that questionable officiating played a significant role in the outcome. As the WNBA continues to grow in popularity and talent, the spotlight on fair play and officiating has never been brighter. A season series filled with tension, the Fever and Lynx have been closely matched throughout the season, with each team securing a victory in their previous encounters. This latest game, however, has sparked significant debate among fans, players, and commentators alike. Many point to questionable calls by the officials that may have influenced the final score, igniting discussions about the quality of officiating in the WNBA and its impact on the game. The tension in this matchup reached a peak during several key moments, leaving fans frustrated and questioning the fairness of the calls made. The first controversial call, offensive foul on Clark. One of the most hotly debated moments in the game occurred late in the second quarter when Caitlyn Clark was called for an offensive foul after a physical encounter with Lynx guard Kayla McBride. With just under 4 minutes remaining in the half, Clark was penalized for what the officials deemed a shove, sending McBride to the ground. However, this call was met with mixed reactions from the audience and commentators. Some spectators felt that McBride had exaggerated the contact, while others argued that Clark was being unfairly held before the alleged foul. This controversial call disrupted the Fever's momentum, leaving fans feeling as though Clark was being unfairly targeted by the officials. The missed foul, a pivotal moment in the third quarter. The second controversial moment that fans zeroed in on came with 6:40 left in the third quarter. As McBride challenged Clark's three-point attempt, Clark ended up on the floor, yet no foul was called. The referee, who was positioned directly next to the play, did not blow the whistle, allowing the game to continue without interruption. This decision angered many Fever supporters, who believed that Clark had been clearly fouled. Some claimed that Clark was merely flailing, while others insisted that the missed call was a blatant oversight that cost the Fever valuable points. The missed foul not only altered the game's dynamics, but also fueled the growing perception among fans that the officiating was not up to standard. The phantom travel call. The third and perhaps most controversial call occurred with less than a minute left in the third quarter. Caitlyn Clark was charged with a travel after appearing to rotate with her right foot before legally stepping to her left. The official, however, seemed to spot a slight shuffle of her feet, leading to the travel call. Fans were quick to criticize this decision, arguing that it was off-target and further hindered the Fever's ability to close the gap with the Lynx. This call not only impacted the Fever's chances of mounting a comeback, but also added to the growing list of grievances that fans had with the officiating in this game. The Lynx's dominance and the Fever's struggle. Despite these controversial calls, the Lynx maintained control for most of the game, leading for the last 37 minutes of action. While the Fever put up a strong fight, the dubious officiating decisions seemed to disrupt their rhythm and prevent them from fully capitalizing on their opportunities. Caitlyn Clark, who remains one of the WNBA's brightest young talents, continued to deliver an impressive performance, but the officiating overshadowed her efforts. The Fever's loss to the Lynx, while hard-fought, was marred by the perception that unfair officiating played a role in determining the outcome. Fan outrage, officiating under fire. Following the game, many Indiana Fever supporters took to social media and online forums to express their dissatisfaction with the officiating. The phrase, "WNBA can't keep getting away with this," became a rallying cry among fans who felt that inconsistent refereeing was diminishing the excitement and fairness of the game. This sentiment reflects a growing frustration with the way elite players like Caitlyn Clark are treated on the court, particularly when questionable calls seem to disproportionately affect their performance. The uproar from fans highlights a deeper issue within the league, where perceptions of bias and unfair treatment can erode trust in the integrity of the game. Caitlyn Clark, a star under scrutiny. Caitlyn Clark's rapid rise in the WNBA has made her a focal point of attention, both from fans and officials. Her extraordinary playmaking abilities, deep shooting range, and court vision have quickly established her as a force to be reckoned with in the league. However, this visibility also means that her every move is scrutinized, potentially leading to harsher treatment by referees. Some fans speculate that the officiating in this game was not merely a case of human error, but may have been influenced by a subconscious bias against Clark's success. This perception is troubling, as it suggests that the league's rising stars could be unfairly targeted, hindering their ability to perform at their best. The impact of dubious calls on Clark's performance. The questionable officiating decisions in this game not only affected the Fever's chances of winning, but also seemed to impact Clark's usual aggressive style of play. The offensive foul call, in particular, appeared to throw off Indiana's rhythm, making it difficult for Clark to assert her dominance on the court. As a player who thrives on pushing the boundaries and taking risks, these calls may have forced her to play more cautiously, thereby limiting her effectiveness. The cumulative effect of these calls was a game that felt disrupted and disjointed, with Clark unable to fully showcase her skills. The broader implications. Fairness in the WNBA. The controversy surrounding this game raises important questions about fairness and consistency in the WNBA. If players like Caitlyn Clark are indeed being singled out for harsher treatment, it could have significant implications for the league's credibility. Fair officiating is crucial not only for maintaining a level playing field, but also for ensuring that the best athletes can showcase their talents without fear of unjust penalties. The WNBA, as it continues to grow and attract new fans, must address these concerns to maintain the trust and support of its audience. Ensuring that officiating is fair and consistent is essential to preserving the integrity of the game. The WNBA's responsibility. As the WNBA continues to grow in popularity, it must address these concerns to maintain the trust and support of its fan base. The league has a responsibility to ensure that all players, especially those like Clark who are leading the next generation of talent, are treated fairly and with respect. This means holding officials accountable for their decisions and ensuring that games are decided by the players' skills and strategies, not by questionable refereeing. By doing so, the WNBA can ensure that its players, particularly those who are breaking records and setting new standards, can continue to shine on the court. The path forward for the WNBA. The Indiana Fever's narrow loss to the Minnesota Lynx has sparked a broader debate about the quality of officiating in the WNBA. Caitlyn Clark's impressive performance was overshadowed by a series of controversial calls, leading many to question the fairness of the game. As the league continues to expand, it must prioritize the integrity of the sport by addressing these officiating issues head-on. By doing so, the WNBA can ensure that its players, particularly those like Clark who are breaking records and setting new standards, can continue to shine on the court. The league's commitment to fair play and transparency will be crucial in maintaining its credibility and fostering an environment where the best athletes can thrive. Ensuring that stars like Caitlyn Clark are given a fair opportunity to excel is not just about protecting individual players. It's about upholding the principles of sportsmanship and integrity that are central to the WNBA's mission. As fans, players, and officials navigate the complexities of a rapidly evolving league, it's essential that the focus remains on the players' performances rather than the potential biases of those who officiate the games. The WNBA's future success will depend on its ability to address these challenges and continue promoting a fair, competitive, and entertaining environment for all. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like and share it with your friends who are passionate about basketball. For more in-depth coverage and analysis of the WNBA and other sports, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you the latest sports content, so stay tuned for more updates and discussions on the world of sports. See you next time.